basically, when we're looking at our health, there are a few factors. One is what we put in. One is what happens in between. And then the last is what goes out. So those are like the 3 steps for us to survive. So what we choose to put in, if we choose, for example, junk food, or if we're eating too fast, foods that are lacking nourishment, obviously we're not giving this machine, our body, the right resources to be able to function. So we need to think about nutrients, and the next step then is the breaking down process that Sadie was also talking about. A lot of the minerals that we need, the vitamins and minerals, a lot of them are in vegetables. And a lot of people these days are not eating vegetables, or they're overcooking them so long that they're pretty much dead by the time they're eating them. And they're always eating the same ones. You know, it's always like potatoes or peas or carrots or eggplant. It's always the same few things, or corn. But they're missing out on, like, there's broccoli, there's zucchini, there's asparagus, there are sweet potatoes, there are different kinds of squashes, there's kale, there's chard. Some people don't even know some of them, you know, what they are. There are Brussels sprouts, cauliflower. So you have to think of all the vegetables having very different nutrients, and it's really important to have 2 to 3 different ones every single day. Not just, you know, one day, and not like little small amounts, like, you know, like a handful, but large amounts, really, really large amounts of vegetables. A lot of times people eat like a lot of rice with a little bit of vegetable on the side, or, you know, a large, you know, chicken or whatever meat, and then they just have a little bit of vegetable on the side, and they think that's enough. But actually, half your plate should be vegetables. And I'm not talking about like salads as vegetables. I'm talking more of the vegetables you have to actually cook. So basically, when the food has gone in, hoping that it's the right food, let's say you know, eaten actually a good meal, healthy meal, there are other things that can go wrong along the way. So one is chewing. You have to chew your food really, really well, because then once it goes into your stomach, you don't want these big particles of food sitting there, because it's going to mess up things downstream in your system. So it starts in your mouth with the chewing. And then you need the right enzymes and enough stomach acid to be able to break down the food once it goes into your stomach. And then once it goes further down to the small intestine, large intestine, again it gets broken down even more. So basically the point is that it starts in your mouth. Whatever you're putting in your mouth, that's where it starts. And it's going to, you know, connect all the way down. But sometimes, because we're not eating the right things, we're missing a lot of the right nutrients. Our cells, to be able to absorb, to have the right enzymes to break things down, we're missing a lot of the factors in between to make use of the food that we're even eating. And that's where a lot of certain very specialized labs can figure out very, very detailed vitamins and minerals and essential fatty acids, anything that could be missing. And then there's the exits of the body. And this is actually a really, really important topic, because, so of course there's sweating. It's not as strong as our bowel movements. So we have our sweating, we have our bowel movements, we have urination, and then for women there's a menstrual cycle.